Thursday. I am trying to get this last clue done before tomorrow. And I have, pardon me, wetting my fingers to turn the page. Do you do that? I have 5 more rounds to go. And I am making myself finish this instead of stopping and doing other things I want to do. So I thought I'd bring you along as I'm trying to do this. It finally hit 70, and Jerry is back home from the auction, and he is now putting stuff away from summer. Sad time. He just took the air conditioner out. We're not going to need, and I have my directions right here. We're not going to need the air conditioner the rest of the year, so. But I started, I just finished my lunch. It was my turkey salad that I forgot to put raisins in. About the time that I realized I forgot my raisins, and I even pulled them out and everything. Then I realized when I was almost done there was no raisins, so saved me 2 points. Oh my goodness. So how has your day been? I have Miss Callie at the on a blanket by my feet. And I have yogurt going, and I forgot I had it going, so it was in the cooling off stage. It has to be between, I think 100 degrees and 115, something like that, before you add your other yogurt to it to make it cultured, or to make it so that it turns into yogurt, which I just use what I've been using all along, because once you make it, you can then use what you've made. And I got to making my lunch, and I knew that it was going to get close, and I should check it, and I forgot. Sat down here, and I watched Kim from Girl in Her Phone, and was watching her, and then realized, oh my goodness, I got yogurt. So needless to say, it got too cool. So that means I had to warm it up a little bit. And of course, I got a little bit too high for what it needs to be. So now it's starting to cool down. So I'm telling you, I gotta see where I am here. 3 times 3, 1. So I went outside to our garden. We still have green beans producing, just a handful, and we still have our butternut squash. We was able to cut one. Jerry's already had that and said it was really good, and there is another one probably within a day or 2 will be ready. And then there is 1, 2, I think there's 3 more, but you know, October's right around the corner, and our first frost day is usually like the 11th or 12th, if I recall. And so, I don't know, the one is just like this big. The other one is probably got a good several weeks, and that's got to go yet, so. And I do have little baby watermelons, sugar bush watermelons, which, you know, like this size. And I went out there to check them, and I had 3 of them. The optimal word is I had. Something has taken 1 away. I don't see it anyplace. It's not like birds got to it or anything like that. And the other 2 are still there. So, I don't know. It's gone. It's gone. So, I'm going to blame it on the squirrels, because they have been burying the acorns and the walnuts like crazy all over the yard and in the raised beds. So, not what I want, but what can I do? I can't keep them out. Jerry has not fed them corn ever since they took out the our corn and took all the silk out and ate all the stuff. He decided that he wasn't going to feed them. He was upset with them, so I don't blame him. But that's why I can't grow sunflowers, because they will destroy the sunflowers to get to them, because they love that stuff. So why tempt them? So other than that, I just, was just sitting here going to work on this, waiting for the yogurt to cool. And I really liked what Kim had to say on her vlog today. There were several different things. It was her weigh-in day, and she was talking about the lessons that she should be learning, like on when she gains weight or stuff. And then, is she really going to learn those lessons? It's like me sitting there saying, yep, I learned my lesson on that. I'm not going to do it again. And do I always follow that lesson? For me, no. Because I know certain foods are going to make me sick, but I really, really like them. And I always think, maybe this time will be different. Oh, and it never is. So, and then the other thing was on her coffee creamer. I just had to laugh. I'm pretty sure Kim doesn't watch my vlog, but she just cracked me up. She says, you're not touching her creamers. Because it wasn't her creamers that got her overweight. And I agree with her on that. I don't count my creamers either, because if I do have more than 2 cups, because my first cup is always black because thyroid medicine, I can only have it black in the morning. The second cup, I will probably have a couple tablespoons in it. If I have a third cup, it will probably have a tablespoon in it or so. But it wasn't the creamer that got me to where I'm at. So, but what I took on that is, you have to pick your battles. You have to choose what you are going to count and what you're not going to count, and what you're going to be okay with. She was talking about how when she first started Weight Watchers, she was just, well, probably like a lot of us, and even myself, counted everything. I weighed everything. Everything that came in this house before we took care of it. Jerry had to go sit down as I scanned everything and wrote everything on it. Whenever he made meals, I would have him weigh and measure everything out. And now it's kind of gotten lackadaisy on some things. He still weighs out, like the pasta, that type of stuff. But she was talking about hot dogs, and it just made me think when he does his macaroni and cheese with hot dogs in it. Now, he only put 2 hot dogs in it, and he slices them up really thin and everything. But, sorry, notification. Am I weighing out what 1 hot dog would be? So I know that, or sitting there saying, okay, how much of this hot dog do I have? No, I'm not. And is he weighing out the, he weighs out the macaroni. Does he weigh, well, he does weigh out the cheese, because he's pretty precise on that. But he's using full fat stuff. And like I said, his macaroni and cheese is like 27 points for a reason. He has lightened it up. He has gotten different cheeses that are still maybe not the full fat, but maybe it's 2%, so it cuts down a little bit, and the milk, he doesn't use as much milk, and he doesn't use as much cheeses, because in reality, we really don't need as much cheese as they say you do, because it's still creamy and it's still good. And the hot dog in it, that was something he always liked, and I can tolerate it. But there are days that when we have it, I might be picking the hot dogs right out. So I don't count the hot dog in it, because a lot of times I'm not eating that hot dog. I always tell him, you make sure you get the majority of the hot dog into yours, because you're the one who likes hot dogs. So, but will we have hot dogs into the winter months and stuff? Probably not, because he's gotten spoiled of, they are really good grilled, and he won't broil them, and in a pinch he will eat them boiled, but that's not his preferred, and I don't like them boiled. So anyways, but I was just thinking about that too. There are certain things I just don't count, like I don't count my fruit in my smoothies, because it's not the fruit that got me here. It's the cookies, and it's the Doritos, and it's all the ice cream, and it's all the overeating of extra foods. Because like she was saying, and I agree with her on all of this, is that she eats a mixture of homemade and processed, and so do we. And a processed cake, she says, is no different than homemade cake. She's still going to overeat them. She's not looking at the healthy side of it. And I got to thinking about that, like me making our bread. Now, I don't eat the bread. Jerry's been eating it for sandwiches. I've never been a sandwich person anyways. I always been one that was with crackers or with the fruit and whatever, wraps and stuff like that. So, but if I was to say, let's say for instance, the bread, I know that we could get our Aunt Millie's like we used to, the whole wheat, and they were 2 points for 2 slices. Now, I make whole wheat bread here, but it's 3 points per slice. Now, the way he slices it up, we get more than 16 slices, so it would probably be 2 points a slice, because he can get almost 20 slices out of it, because he likes, really, really thin. But I say all that because I'm not making I guess I am making the bread because of the health benefits, but the health benefits of the other bread wasn't that bad either. So, for instance, her cake. Now, I can sit there and do, let's say, brownies. I can buy a box and I can make brownies, and I can make a healthier version of brownies, and maybe the healthier version is 1 point or 2 points compared to whatever the store-bought is, which is high. But does that slow me down from eating less of the healthier one? No. It might make me eat more, because in my mind I'm thinking, well, shoot, if this brownie from the store normally was, let's say, I don't know, it's going to be low, let's say 6 points, and this one is only 1 point, or let's say 2 points. Well, I can have 3 pieces compared to the other. So I'll have 3 pieces, but you know what? There's more calories in the 3 pieces probably than the other, but maybe not. But that was a slippery slope that I could get myself in. I can't have those setting out. We do have a little jar that whenever we do cookies or brownies or anything like that, it goes into that jar, and that's mainly for Jerry. I try to not get into it because then it's a slippery slope and I just start going down it because every time I walk by, I see it. And I have to laugh because when we were at Aldi's, I bought these 100-calorie chocolate chip cookie, you know, in the bags. I think they're 4 points. I haven't tried them yet. But his cookie jar was empty, so I opened up the box and I put all the bags in the jar last night. I didn't throw away the box because the trash needed to be taken out and stuff. And he said this morning, I said, oh, by the way, you'll probably hear him because I'm recording and he's just coming in. I said, oh, by the way, I put those snack cookies in the jar. And he goes, oh. He said, I saw the box, and he said, my first thought was, wow, I didn't even get any. I'm like, really? So, but am I getting this done? No, I'm not, because I'm chit-chatting with you. But I just thought I would just pop on and just say hello real quick. And I gotta go check my yogurt. And I gotta get this done because I have started Christmas ornaments for the kids. And I've got 2 of them done out of the 6. And so the first one, and the first 2 are on black and fabric, but I got this one right here. This is a little polar bear. Our daughter loves polar bears. And then I got this little gingerbread gal right here, and she's not quite done yet. So I do have those. She will be right there. And these were all freebies that I found. The next one after the gingerbread girl is going to be, and my daughter likes penguins, is going to be the penguin. So she must have done a series of these holly stuff. But these don't take long at all. But what I liked about this one, it has French knots in it. And I really like that. And it's just really nice and cute. Now, how am I going to finish these? I'm not for sure yet. I do have an idea. I don't know if you know what a tart pan is, with those little fluted round pans like this that have the scalloped edges. On Fat Quarter Shop, they have a kit that has those little tins, and then they have a pre-cut round sticky board, and I thought I would get that, and that way I could, you know, she has a tutorial on how to do it, but I would use that around it. And then the sticky board or the double stick, I have some double stick tape that's pretty darn thick and heavy. And I thought I could put it on the tin and on the back of that and put it inside it, put a little bow, and then glue a little ribbon on the top. So, but before I can work on that, because yesterday I started on that that polar bear one, and I worked and worked for like 2 or 3 hours on it and got it done. And then I started the other one, and I told myself I cannot work on it until I get this done first. So, but anyways, I'm going to let you go. I gotta go check that yogurt and get that going so it can do its incubation for the 7 hours, and I gotta finish this blanket, so because the new one comes out tomorrow. So I am doing right there. This will be numbers, and let me show you what the finish, because this is a paid for pattern. it's going to be like that. So the same set of numbers is all the way around it. So like I said, I only have 5 more rounds and then it will be done, and then the new clues will come out tomorrow. So, but anyways, thanks again, my friends. Thanks for listening. This one probably will be another chit-chatty kind of day, a vlog, I should say. So, yeah. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday whenever you watch this, or whatever day it is, day or night. And thanks for hanging in there with me. And so far today's been a good eating day. So far. So hopefully it has been for you too. Don't be so rough on yourself, and I'll try not to be so rough on myself. We got this. We just need to choose our battles, what is worth fighting for. So, thanks again, my friends. See you later. Okay, friends, so I'm going to show you the others before I get to cracking on that blanket. So, I found a gingerbread boy. There was a gingerbread girl, so I'm going to do this one. And then there's a Santa one. I'm debating on that one. These are all freebies. Let me turn this around. Then there is another gingerbread theme. She had a gingerbread theme going. I am going to do this one. And I'm going to do the mug. Oh my goodness. And there is a Santa, so I will do the Santa. And I'm going to do the snowman snow globe. So those I am going to do. This is who the designer is. She is on Facebook, and under her name, Shannon Christine, I think it's LTD or something like that, designs. That's where under files is where I found all these. But I know if you go under Pinterest, type in her name, you can find a whole bunch of hers there, and it will basically lead you back to her Facebook group. But that's where I found these. And then I'm going to do, when I get Lindsay's and Bethany's cross stitch done on their outside of their gift, I'm going to do a special little cross stitch. And these are, and all of these are not very big. They're only like, well, you saw the size, probably 2.5 by 2.5. So I'm going to do this for our daughter on the outside of her gift. And then for Lindsay, she loves owls. I'm going to do Lindsay's gift tag as that. So, and then she had this Halloween one, and so it's a cutesy one, so I'm going to do that. I've pulled all the threads for it. I will be doing it on chalkboard Ada 14 count, which is not as hard to see through as the black. So I'll do there on that. I have it in a bag I made several years ago, and all of the flosses for all of them are in here. So I just wanted to give you an idea of what I'm going to be doing after I get this blanket done.